President William Ruto is facing a serious political crisis in Mount Kenya region, and it will extend to other parts of the country. There are those who feel that the broad-based government will not help President Ruto to win a second term in 2027 because it is unpopular. Now, the crisis started yesterday in Nyeri, and I want us to watch this short clip to understand what Nyeri residents are communicating.
Hii ikiwa ni mara ya kwanza Mathenge kurejea nyumbani baada ya kushiriki zoezi la kukusanya maoni ya kumwondoa aliyekuwa naibu rais Rigathi Gachagua. Mathenge alipata fursa ya kuzungumza, akitumia nafasi hiyo kumshutumu gavana wa kaunti ya Nyeri, Mutahi Kahiga.
Na kwa sababu Mutahi wa Kahiga amezoea kujipiga kifua akisema kama mbaya, leo tunamuelezea kwa hii maneno ya kutoa magari zetu katika stage kama mbaya.
Please like the video to reach many people as possible. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. We are on a mission to 6,000 subscribers. Just a quick reaction on that particular short clip you have watched. The first reason that could have informed the decision of those residents to heckle MP Mathenge is that he supported a resolution to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. Now, there were members of parliament from Nyeri County that appended their signature to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, and later they withdrew their support for that particular impeachment motion. They were not part of more than 280 MPs who supported that resolution. A good example is MP John Kaguchia. He realized that the ground was not speaking his language. He later withdrew his support. But to me, I feel like impeaching Rigathi Gachagua was the best thing that MP Mathenge did for Rigathi Gachagua, because it was clear that President William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua could not work together. And for the best interest of the nation, and also for a positive environment for Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto to work in other sectors, not in government, it was good to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. The second reason, I have realized there is a political beef between MP Mathenge and Governor Mutahi Kahiga, because he's saying kama mbaya ni mbaya. But I want us to concentrate. Why is it a political crisis for President William Samoei Arap Ruto in Mount Kenya, and why that crisis will extend to other parts of the country? Let us be brutally honest with ourselves. Number one, the broad-based government is unpopular. Whether we like it or not, many Kenyans are not supporting the broad-based government. And I can give you a good example. The BBI, it was passed in all the 47 county assemblies. But what happened? Many Kenyans were not pro-BBI. And that is why it is going to become a political crisis for William Ruto in 2027. And I told you earlier that winning a second term for the head of state is not going to be a walk in the park. If we concentrate in Mount Kenya region just for a minute, right now, there are people who see William Ruto, the head of state, as a traitor. There are people who see those members of parliament that voted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua. That is how most of them have been cheated. You see, that impeaching Rigathi Gachagua was a bad thing, the former deputy president. And those people are seeing those members of parliament as traitors. And that is a political crisis. Remember, though, the same members of parliament that impeached Rigathi Gachagua were the same people that told Mount Kenya residents that, you know what, Raila Odinga is a bad candidate. Uhuru Kenyatta is giving us a bad candidate. What makes you think that the former deputy president will not take advantage of that to make sure that those members of parliament are not re-elected in 2027? And I believe most of them know very well that they're not going to be re-elected. You have just seen how members of the society in Nyeri town decided to heckle their own member of parliament, and I strongly believe that one of the reasons was because he voted to support a resolution to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, who will be campaigning for William Ruto in Nyeri. Is that not a political crisis? But I believe he is clever because I'm certain that one of the strategy that the head of state will use is to divide Mount Kenya. The people will feel that, oh, Kindiki is our kingpin. The people will feel like Rigathi Gachagua is their kingpin. But even Rigathi Gachagua himself said that Uhuru Kenyatta is still the kingpin of Mount Kenya region. And let me tell you for a fact, before 2027, at the beginning, the president will experience a political rejection in Mount Kenya region. And he should pray that Raila Odinga wins the African Union Commission chairmanship bid. Because the combination of forces of those who do not want him in Mount Kenya region, and if it extends to other parts of the country, remember that those Gen Zs who cannot come out to demonstrate because they are in fear they might be killed, those people might register as voters and they will take the head of state home in 2027. So this crisis that you have seen in Mount Kenya region, it is going to escalate to other parts of the country. But how can the head of state salvage himself from this particular crisis? He must just do the right thing. Work for the people of Kenya, do everything to fulfill the promises that he made in 2022, of which I strongly believe that it is not going to be possible for him to fulfill all the promises because of time. But even if he can do one thing that Kenyans will remember that the head of state did, then maybe other Kenyans might change their mind to vote for him. But the reality on the ground, he must do something in before 2027